Ches. Welcome to Wanderers Football Park for NPL men's action. The Western Sydney Wanderers hosting APIA Leichhardt in a chilly afternoon here in Sydney's west. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wanderers Football Park. It's round 24 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. The Western Sydney Wanderers host APIA Leichhardt. Now the Wanderers, well, their finals hopes have taken a big positive kick in the last 24 to 48 hours. Rockdale Illingdon was docked 3 points for playing an illegible player. What that meant is that the Wanderers are now only 4 points away from 6th place, and their hopes of playing finals football are very much alive and on again. APIA Leichhardt, well, they've got hopes themselves, already secured their final spot. They want to challenge for the premiership, and they need to take all 3 points here. They need to put the pressure on the Marconi Stallions, who are in action tomorrow in the local derby when they take on Sydney United. Should they take all 3 points here, they'll sit only 1 point behind the Stallions, with that game still to come tomorrow afternoon. Run through the lineups for you quickly. For the Western Sydney Wanderers, in goals, Lachlan Allen, Ricky Franson, Jesse Cameron, Oscar Morrison, Joshua Tsetinic, Anderson Back, Johnny Pavlovic, Tristan Arate, Pearson Kasawaya, Marko Radovančević, and Awan Lual will lead the line. Wanderers' top scorer so far this season. And finding the back of the net at will be key for this side to get a result here this afternoon. For APIA Leichhardt, Ollie Cullerts remains in between the sticks. Back four of Cameron Fong, Temba Maitamalo, Kyle Shaw and Michael Kuda. Franz Deli, Fabio Monja, Max Court make up the midfield, while Roy Jordan, Jack Stewart and Presley Ortiz are the front three for you this afternoon. Franco Parisi has become the Tinkerman, a la Claudio Ranieri, making a number of changes again. They have as well had to contend with the Australia Cup round of 32 game midweek, where they defeated Queensland NPL High Flyers Peninsula Power by 2-1. This man on your near side here, Jack Stewart, the scorer of one of those goals, sending APIA into the round of 16. And you look at APIA's bench. Spoilt for choice is Franco Parisi, Seiya Kambayashi, Michael Conestabo, Sean Simmons, Jordan Segredo, Alex Parks, Edward Caspers, and Franco Farinella. All of those would be starting in any other NPL team in New South Wales, perhaps even. Here's Maitamalo. Of course, APIA playing in their away kits. Gold with maroon. Western Sydney Wanderers in their red and black. Hoping the sun can stay behind the clouds for you. Has threatened to rain today, but nothing too serious as Kasawaya breaks into the box here, gets it on the left, and excited there for a moment as though something might transpire for the home side. Shot was blocked though. Kasawaya always looking to get the ball on that left foot. Here's Stewart, down form of late. After struggling for a couple rounds, so to find the back of the net now, and when he's firing, goes a long way to APIA really putting up good results. Last touch there off Pavlovic. It'll be a throw to the visitors. While putting some serious pressure on Shaw, and Cullerts has to clear first time. Franson wins the first header. Thought he was fouled there by Ortiz. At the second attempt, it won't matter because the Wanderers have possession. Will be deep in their own half, a throw in. the corner flag. An opportunity for APIA Leichhardt to put some pressure on this side of the field. Wild drops deep to pick it up. Loses out though. Franz Deli wanted a foul. Didn't get one. Here's Lual. Matamalo stepping forward. Deli gets the ball back at his feet. Goes down, wants a foul. Waved away. Told to get up. In the walls early, Franz Deli. Against his former employers. Kasawaya wins it back. And driving forward now. The reverse ball to Lual was on. Almost worked out anyway for Arate, who's on the ball now. Cetinich for back. Here's Franson. Wanderers get possession and get to calm things down for the first time in this game. This, of course, the second match of the round. Last night, Sydney FC and Manly played out a draw. Didn't really help either team's finals hopes. Even though Sydney currently sit in fifth. Cross comes into the box. Dangerous ball. Cleared away by Shaw. Arate battling away. Can't come away with the ball. Cleared forward by Michael Kuda, who's sitting in at left back. Sean Simmons on the bench this afternoon. And the veteran getting a well-earned rest. Lovely turn there by Max Court. There's a number of A-League teams knocking on the door. Brisbane Roar the loudest at the moment. As Fong drives through. Still Cameron Fong gets taken out and wins the free kick. It's a great run from the right back. As you'll see, APIA Leichhardt left and right backs always attempt to get forward. Offer more in the attacking part of the field. Max Cord and Michael Kuda in conversation as to who will take this set piece. Will it be the left foot of Kuda or the right foot of Court? Court's passed it on to Kuda in all honesty. A difficult angle to get a shot off here, but Kuda may fancy his chances. Here's Michael Kuda. Crosses, what a ball to the far post, and just missed the head of Kyle Shaw. Almost inch perfect delivery. Just away from his central defender. Inches away from Apia, taking the lead here at Wanderers Football Park. Watford Tale in attendance here today. Having a look at what prospects there are here for the Wanderers. As another one that might catch his eye here, Max Court. Plays the ball out for Jack Stewart. Last touch on Cameron. Here's Monge. Back for Matamalo, and just look how high the Western Sydney Wanderers step here. Immediately putting pressure on Cullarts. Clears away. Heavy touch from Jack Stewart. The Wanderers back in possession again, but they've coughed it up once more. Delhi calms things down with a pass out to Fong. Stewart gets caught on the ball and the ball rolls out for a throw. Still to come in this round on this Super Saturday of NPL men's action. NSW take on Northwest Sydney Spirit at 5:15. 15 minutes later, Sutherland host Sydney Olympic. And at 6 p.m, the Wollongong Wolves take on the SD Raiders at 6:30. All eyes will be on Barton Park as St. George hosts Rockdale. Big game for both teams. St. George trying to stay away from bottom place and keep in touch with those above them in that playoff spot. They're currently occupying 15th. Of course, tomorrow, big games as Johnny Pavlovich races through. Pavlovich, what an opportunity for the home side. Had to have done so much better there. Rushed the effort, put it well wide of the target in the end. The best chance of the game, and APIA defence at 6s and 7s there. Generally quite well disciplined at the back and well set up on that occasion. It was a question of whether to be Pavlovich, Lual or Kasawaya. And again, Pavlovich picks it up once more. Turns away from Delhi. Lual gets it back to him. Johnny Pavlovich, saved by Kalart. Well smothered by the APIA keeper. But again, the hunger non-existent from the APIA defence, almost taken advantage of by the home side. Johnny Pavlovich with two fantastic opportunities in the space of 60 seconds. Our score remains 0-0. That one evades everyone. Oscar Morrison retrieves. He'll settle for the throw. Marko Radovančević will take the long throw. Searching for Pavlovic. Might fall for Kasawaya here. Half shot to handball from both sets of players. In the end, goes out for a corner. Second corner of the afternoon for the home team. Kasawaya will deliver the in-swinging left-footed cross here. Ball toward the back post, and Franson's there. Half cleared by APIA. Radovančević. Back for Cameron. Square pass to Joshua Cetinic. Morrison. Been a good start for the Wanderers. Had the two best opportunities of the opening 10 minutes already. Lovely combinations there. This time intercepted by Temba Matamalo. Delhi found by Matamalo, and APIA managed to play out as Kuda looks to break up the line. Tristan Arate quickly back to ensure he doesn't get any further. Shaw, wide for Fong. Great pressing there from Kasawaya. Now letting APIA breathe at the moment. Western Sydney Wanderers putting serious pressure on them. Out to Kuda. Now Rory Jordan hasn't seen the ball at all in the first 10 minutes. And now loses out to Cameron. Ball over the top for Lual, who breaks in the area. Awan Lual holding off Franz Delhi. Drops it off for back, and it's blocked. Looking very dangerous at the moment, the Wanderers. Francos Parisi's team look a little stunned right now. I need to wake up soon. Well, this youthful, exuberant Wanderers team will take advantage. Frenson steps in. Settling things down again now, the Wanderers. Here's Cetinich. Back to Lachlan Allen. Some shoes to fill with Tristan Vidakovic. Best feet for a goalkeeper I have ever seen. There's a chance to break forward now for Arate. Matamalo sticks a toe in. It's just enough to allow APIA to get back in numbers. They come forward again, the Wanderers. Ball in toward Lual. And Shaw does just enough. Marko Radovančević was overlapping on the right, delivered a dangerous ball into the area. And Shaw just dealt with it in time. Rory Jordan's just down for the moment, receiving some attention. Looks as though he'll be okay to continue. Cameron has a go, and Jesse Cameron finds the back of the net. Ollie Kallarts was unsighted, saw it late, and the ball curled in off the post and into the back of the net. And the Western Sydney Wanderers have the lead that they so well deserve. It's 15 minutes of this one. What a start from the Wanderers. And a lovely finish from the central defender. Curled it beautifully beyond Kallarts, who just couldn't get there at full stretch. Very well taken goal. Header one there by Cetinich in the middle. Foul though by Pavlovic. Kura forward looking for court. How will APIA respond now? Good challenge there from Oscar Morrison. Fortunately, pops up with the ball. Max Court pokes it out. Kasawaya came in a little late there. Here is Jack Stewart now. Dribbling infield. Stewart looking for the pass, but doesn't find a teammate. As the Wanderers clear, Max Court still down in the middle of the park. Matamalo heads out to Fabian Monch, who lets the ball roll out for Max Court to get some attention. Yellow card for Kasawaya. Yeah, it might be a little harsh on Pearson Kasawaya. Court just poked the ball out. There was a definite foul. I'm sure it was worthy of a yellow card. Nonetheless, the referee decided it was. Kasawaya now will have to play the rest of the game on a yellow card. One of these mini break-in players, Max Cork, gets some attention. Sees the Wanderers lead by 1-0. Jesse Cameron, the scorer. Before that, Johnny Pavlovic had two fantastic opportunities in the space of 60 seconds. Court's back to his feet now. Should be okay to continue. Doesn't have to come off either, because Kasawaya was booked. APIA perhaps still heavy legs from that Tuesday night cup clash, but as I said, Franco Parisi rung the changes. Sure that rotated the squad. Ortiz, who hasn't had a chance to get involved yet. Allen, he's forward. Johnny Pavlovic got just enough of a touch on that. Can he get beyond Guatemala? He does. Pavlovic runs into a bit of trouble there. Well, wanted the pass played earlier. Pavlovic perhaps should have had a shot earlier. Monge back to Temba Guatemala. Leaves it forward, looking for Ortiz, who's onside. Ricky Frenson was more worried about whether or not Ortiz was onside or not. Gets it back to Stewart. Cleared away by Frenson. Pavlovic forward for a while again. APIA short in numbers at the back, and they got a little lucky there. Lual and Arate couldn't get to the ball before Kuda. Did some very, very good defending once more. Here's Guatemala. Wide to Fong. Back to Guatemala. Look how high this Wanderers team is stepping up. Ball from Fong. Off the ear of Kasawaya. Should have been a little uncomfortable for him, and that's a poor pass. Intercepted by Lual. Tetinic. Now Arate. Back. For Anderson back. Frenson. Wanderers moving the ball around very nicely up until that point. Commentator's curse. Straight into the feet of Rory Jordan, but they've got it back again. Here's Arate. Spins away. Out wide to Kasawaya, who's one-on-one with Fong. Gave too much of the ball to Cameron Fong, who runs away with it. Kasawaya working hard to get back. Almost winning the ball back. Forcing APIA Play the ball the opposite way. Stewart. The pass was intended for Delhi, but again, unable to find the teammate. APIA. Cameron all the way back to Allen. First time clearance. Lual came back off and off from an offside position. And the whistle blows. Jordan does well to get away from Cetinic, and here we go, he's Presley Ortiz now into the area. Ortiz has his shot blocked, falls for Monge. Out to Cameron, Fong, now Jack Stewart. Well defended again from the Wanderers. Kasawaya, cleared away. Want to be leaving Awal Lual one-on-one with your defenders in those sorts of situations, and something that APIA will want to address. But here's Ortiz now, bearing down on goal. Ortiz, great defensive challenge from Oscar Morrison. Got back just in time to make the block as Ortiz let fly. First corner of the afternoon for APIA. Kuda will deliver. Cross comes in toward the far post. Header comes back across goal. Unable to be tapped home. The Wanderers survive. Scary moment there. For the home team. Managed to survive that. I think it was Ortiz with the header at the back post. Stewart searching for Fong. It's a little fortunate there. Gets it back from Delhi. Now Shaw. Wide for Kuda. Tamalo. And look at the press from Kasawaya again. Jack Stewart met with a defender immediately. Lual held off defender well. Tried to feed in Kasawaya. Cameron Fong was aware to the danger. They're in again here. Shot just wide. They wanted a penalty too. There was a drag back of the shirt. Referee not interested, but another good chance for the home team. Tristan Arate at the center of that attack. Pulled it just wide of Kalatz's goal. But more warning signs for APIA. That kick from Kalatz finds Ortiz. He's in a good position. Forced back. Plays it out wide to Stewart, overlapping his Fong. Stewart on the left, has his shot blocked, on a handball. Referee not interested again. And sure, and Matamala will say they meant that. Got very lucky there. There's a bit of space now for Jack Stewart. Gets his head up, Stewart delivers. Wins a corner. Wanderers players saying the last touch came off Jack Stewart. Last corner that Michael Kuda took caused issues for the Wanderers. They look to do the same again. Cross comes in again to the far post. This time Lawal rises highest. Delhi brings it down. Still Franz Delhi. His cross is blocked. Another corner. Corner comes in. In-swinger again, dangerous, causing problems. The Wanderers survive and may look to counter here. Kasawaya asking for it to be played in space, but not enough on that from Jesse Cameron. Cameron Fong picks it up. Monge back to Kalatz. Guatemala almost gets caught with a heavy touch as he looks to play the ball. Owen Lawal's long legs creating problems for the APIA defence. Just the Wanderers press in general. This opening 30 minutes has really made it difficult for APIA to play. Fong looking for Core to manages to keep it in, cuts it back. Jack Stewart, the man in form, back to Delhi. Now Rory Jordan, first time, Rory Jordan finds the bottom corner. A lovely finish. It was great work from APIA in the build-up. Down the right, the cutback from Stewart, the pass from Delhi, the composure from Rory Jordan. And APIA find themselves level at Wanderers Football Park after 30 minutes, but it could be the afternoon done for their captain, Temba Matamala, and it will be. It looks as though it's a hamstring injury. Passing on the armband to Michael Kuda. And it'll be Sean Simmons coming on, which means Michael Kuda will slot back into the centre of the defence. And the veteran thought he'd get a bit of a rest today. Not quite. Although he's sat back down now. A little confusing as to what's happening on the APIA bench. It looks as though it'll be Saya Kambayashi instead. The veteran will get his rest as required at his age. Saya Kambayashi will slide into left back and Kuda into the centre of defence. He's caught wide for Stewart, overlapping Sfong, and this is what we've seen a lot of in this first half from APIA when they've looked dangerous. And how about that for a pass from Jack Stewart? Max Court's cross is blocked. It'll be another corner. They haven't mounted in the last 5 to 10 minutes for the visitors. Kura delivers. Shaw was there but headed away. Strong header from Franson. Now Monge. Kambayashi. Here's Kambayashi and Monge combining well together. Ortiz back to Kambayashi. Runs into a bit of trouble. And the Wanderers come away with the ball. As Lual drives forward. Awan Lual up against Jordan, who takes him down and will get a yellow card. It looked as though Awan Lual had potentially lost the ball there, but recovered well and was in on goal. Had Rory Jordan not brought him down, that's why the yellow card came out. Got a goal and a yellow card to his name, Rory Jordan. Kasawaya and Anderson back both stand over this dead ball. It's back that delivers. Good ball toward the back post, and an important touch there by Kyle Shaw. Kills Ricky Frenton up the back post, waiting to pounce. Put the Wanderers back in front. Remember, they led by Jesse Cameron. They're up here picking them back. Kalats punches. Wally came back in from Setinic. And now cleared by Fong. Perhaps one that Kalats should have held there. Instead opted to punch. Didn't have much challenging in there, but wanted to be safe. And opted the punch. Franson gets there first, but the ball falls to the feet of Franz Deli. And now Jordan releasing Presley Ortiz. Too much on it, and Lachlan Allen at the edge of his box collects. Franson back to Allen. Max caught with the pressure, but they play out of that comfortably. Pavlovic leaves it for Kasawaya. Nice combination from those two. Pavlovic looking for Lual, and Kura had to be aware. Fong to the feet of Monge. And Stewart just plays it forward. Setinic for back. Now Marko Radovančević. Back, driving forward now. Sees the space still going, feeds in Lual, flag stays down. Lual! Awan Lual punishes the APIA defence for going to sleep. And the Western Sydney Wanderers retake their lead. It's 2-1 now at Wanderers Football Park. The run from Anderson Beck was fantastic, straight through the middle of the park. Fed the ball through to Lual, who stayed on side, and then blasted it beyond Ollie Kalats. And the Wanderers, they deserve to be in front at the break. Can they hold on? They've created more of the chances. They've been the better team for the majority of this first half. Now APIA need to come from behind again. Good ball from Kalats for Fong. Very Every time Presley Ortiz gets involved with the ball in behind the defence, APIA look dangerous, but he hasn't seen the ball enough. Frampton this time rises higher. Setinic closed down. He's max court now. Has Rory Jordan in support. Jordan back for Ortiz and saved by Lachlan Allen. Danger still hasn't passed court now. Shoots just wide. What's a save from Lachlan Allen. And again, nice football from the visitors. Lachlan Allen standing his ground and waiting to the last moment before committing. Making a very good save. Another good opportunity for APIA. Pavlovic drops it off at Setinic, but Delhi picks it up. Good recovery challenge from Setinic, but Delhi too strong. And now Jordan out wide to Presley Ortiz. Still Ortiz for Kambayashi. Out to Delhi. Franz Delhi has a go, and again Lachlan Allen gets down quick and saves well. Holds on to the ball too. Hear the APIA bench screaming for the press, and they've won it back. Jack Stewart driving through. Ball falls to Presley Ortiz again outside the area. Ortiz up against Radovančević. Support arrives by Tristan Arate. Jack Stewart does so well. Ortiz looks to turn, can't do so. Kambayashi. Jordan. Fong's got a lot of space out on the right. That's where the ball goes now. Back into the feet of Stewart. Cross toward the back post. They've missed it all, and Ortiz should have done better. The pressure continues. APIA again on the edge of the area. Jordan gets his head up. Rory Jordan has his shot blocked. Intense pressure for the Wanderers defence to deal with. Confusion between Allen, I think it was Franson, or Morrison at the back post. And luckily for them, Presley Ortiz couldn't take advantage. Can they survive this flurry now on the home side? Corner comes in again, another good in-swinging ball, headed away by Franson. Helped on its way by Beck. Fong plays it out to Jack Stewart. Stewart delivers. Header flicked on, and it makes its way in. It's an own goal in the end. Jack Stewart's free kick came off the head of the Wanderers defender. And there was nothing that Lachlan Allen could do. It looped over him and into the back of the net. Jack Stewart will claim it as his own. I think it'll go down as an own goal. May have come off the head of Ricky Franson. Got the better of young Lachlan Allen. And again, APIA are level. The Wanderers dealt with the pressure in the end. Couldn't hold on any longer. Pressure telling, and APIA back on level terms again. Disappointing for the Wanderers to have conceded that way. In particular after all the chances that they'd repelled. In fact, it was Jesse Cameron's head, and Owen Lual puts the Wanderers back in front again. What a game. Here at Wanderers Football Park, Owen Lual on the turn, blasts it home. It's goals galore as Lual gets his second of the game. And the Western Sydney Wanderers, for the third time in this game, take the lead. Pearson cuts away his ball. And Owen Lual blasts it home. Talk about being disappointed. The Wanderers may have been conceding to make it 2-2, but APIA literally 60 seconds after equalising are back behind again. How will APIA respond? I've got the inkling that we are far away from the end of the scoring in this one. A very fun game for the neutral. If you have a corner, I thought Jack Stewart for a moment might play it short to Michael Kuda. No one had seen him coming across. Instead they opt for Kuda to deliver. Cross comes in from Kuda. And Allen strong there in the air. He had two APIA players challenging him. Stood tall, saved well. He got fouled in the process. Allen won't require attention. Inside now, the last 60 seconds of the first half. We've had 5 goals already. Will we see another before the break? Maybe 2 minutes of time added on as well. A couple of stoppages. Caught strong, but not strong enough. Wanderers want another before the break. Here's Stewart. Pavlovich picks up the loose ball. Monge comes across. Fong will start again. Shaw. Back to Kalatz. Plays it out to Shaw. Still pressing high. They've been pressing this high from the opening minutes of this one, the Western Sydney Wanderers. Kambayashi can't control the ball. And Radovančević now making a forward run. Marko Radovančević gets to the edge of the box, cuts it back, falls for Arate. Into the feet of his own teammate. Tony Pavlovich couldn't bring it under control. Again, you can hear Adrian Uccino on the APIA bench screaming at his team to squeeze higher, press harder. Jordan back for Kambayashi. Shaw, wide to Stewart. Stewart crosses again. Headed away. Not the best clearance. Delhi picks up that loose ball and heads it out to Stewart. Still Jack Stewart. Crosses in. High toward Max Court. Jordan back across goal for Ortiz. The Wanderers survive. Clear upfield. Monge. For Fong. Cross comes in. Dealt with by Franson. Will APIA get one more chance, or Lual create something else? Lual driving forward. Feeding the ball for Tristan Arate. Last chance of the first half. Can Lual finish on a hat-trick? Here is Lual. Back out to Beck. And that's disappointing. There's a good chance again there, brewing for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Unable to take advantage though. Here's Kuda, Kambayashi, Monge. Stewart wants it sprayed wide. Forward looking for Ortiz, and it gets to Presley Ortiz. Fong there in support. Jack Stewart. Is there one last chance for the visitors? That one cut out by Radovančević. Still Radovančević drives, and now the counter is on. Marko Radovančević has Lual in support, and an excellent interception by Kyle Shaw. That ball looked as though it would just creep through to Awan Lual. Kyle Shaw back to intercept. Cetinic. Robbed. Ortiz rides a couple challenges still. Presley Ortiz out to Fong. Ortiz gets that back again. Fong continues his run. Stewart. Jack Stewart again. Finds Seiya Kambayashi on the left. Cuts onto the right. Kambayashi! And how did Presley Ortiz not find the back of the net there? What a chance for APIA to go into the break level. It would have been an incredible 3-3 scoreline at half-time. And that would be that for the most incredible first 45 minutes of the NPL New South Wales men's season so far. The Western Sydney Wanderers lead by 3-2 against APIA Leichhardt. Jesse Cameron opened the scoring early on. Rory Jordan then pegged the home side back in a frantic period of the game. It was the Awan Lual show, who then scored to make it 2-1 before an own goal by Jesse Cameron. Had APIA level once more. Awan Lual picked up his 17th of the season late on. Only 60 seconds after the Wanderers had conceded to make the score 2-2. Lual blasting home. Incredible first 45. We expect to see more of the same in the second. Half-time here at Wanderers Football Park. It's the Western Sydney Wanderers 3, APIA Leichhardt 2.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through Raffletix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
shifting inside. Bugaria spins. Kukuchka. Shifting one way and the other. Kukuchka! Duarte able to link up with Cornish. And now Lockie Scott has stolen a march on Ziggy Gordon here. Lockie Scott bursting into the area and finishing with aplomb. Cheaply giving the ball away there as a Killian and giving the Wolves with a golden opportunity here for Cornish. 1 and 2 as well, if you don't mind. Still going here. Kukuchka pulled into the area. Strike. Goal! As support wide in the form of Nizam. Instead it goes centrally for Daniel Wong. Is this the moment? What a save again from Kunail. He's got some more work to do as it rattles the woodwork. Nodded forward. Wong! That is the moment.
Byron can stop him. Here comes Nicholas Olsen to leg it 1-0 and does just. He's very fortunate. That's a good ball. There's plenty of people there. Chance. Oh, and it can't be tapped in by Manly. It's still in the box, waiting for a shot, and it does find it in. And it's Darcy Burgess. Great ball. If Kimura can take it. Oh, what a touch. Kimura all the way through. Could it be two? It is. Oh, what a winner.
Major or Figuera. And Major sends him the wrong way, stares him down. Major, ball just gets away from him. Forced back. Nice turn from Jackson Brown. And how about that from Caleb Jackson Brown? Cross in again. Nikolovsky first tour, but the ball on the edge of the area. Forced to Marcic. First touch. Goal! Michal Marcic comes on and with his first touch. Tanaka crosses in toward O'Brien and he makes it 3.
Kuda looking for Farinella. He's led Adianzio to the ball. Stewart coming through on the outside. Stewart on the tight angle. What an excellent finish. Sydney FC have got a double change in the wings. Junior Conde and Corey Cronin. Here's a pass from Caspers. It's an incisive ball. It's been missed by Zavadinos, and a gift has been presented. APIA's score. And that pass to Pizzuti is promising. Is this Sydney's moment? Pizzuti cuts it back, and stepping in was Conroy. Pizzuti with a drive. It's going to be volleyed in. Sydney are back in business. And it's Josh Brezet.
Touches an opposition half for Spirit up and high. And here's Keeley, and Keeley with the shot. And that's a terrific finish from Callum Keeley up into the top corner. Lovely pass. Skatarich looking for the ball back. Skatarich. Well, Skatarich, the ball is deflected away. And a most unlikely goal as the ball is being cleared. Nicholas Skatarich putting pressure on Jake. You can absolutely see your breath now, as can the players. And now here is Mustafoy. He's inside the box. Takes one touch. Mustafoy looks up, looking to find Keeley. And it's driven into the back post there. Petranos didn't quite catch it, but Kobayashi did. Can he release Kobayashi? He can't. He gets a touch here. And now Kobayashi's getting on the ball. Mustafoy is driving forward. He's onside. He's just got the goalkeeper to beat. Mustafoy is there. A terrific save. No, it's got through. What a finish to this game. Oh, there's a punch from Janjetovic.
It was on a lead, Nathan Roberts. Nathan Roberts trying to get possession. Ball played back to Malfarra. Malfarra has a crack. Malfarra does it once again. Changes for both sides, as we've mentioned. And now Quilligan works a ball towards the far post. There's a touch. Goes over the top of Kenny. Then the header. It's in. Pufflet. Fantastic.
And De Oliveira will make way now. De Oliveira put far too much on the last one. Wada goes direct. Superb. A sweet strike from Tomoki Wada.
Here he is with the corner. It's a good ball in. Sinot has to punch. It's back out with Franco Meyer. And how about that? Bernie on that underlapping run gets into the area and lays it off for Jesic. And Marconi go bang bang. Down easy for Sekenis. He's looking to try and add something. Damien Sekenis gets Sunday Yona into the attack. Yona tries to go between defenders. Still has it, Sunday Yona. Sekenis with the header.
teams are back out for the second half here at Wanderers Football Park. And that first half will be tough to emulate. 5 goals in the first 45 minutes. 3 times the Wanderers led, twice APIA pegged them back. An incredible game of football. Wanderers took the lead early through Jesse Cameron, a lovely strike from him. Rory Jordan then equalised himself with a well-taken finish. A nice team move as well. For Awan Lawal, turned it up, made it 2-1. APIA got lucky with their second equaliser of the afternoon after a deflection off Jesse Cameron to make it 2-2. And then Lawal again, blasting the ball past Ollie Kullatz to make it 3-2. And it was 3-2, but quite easily could have been 6-4. The Wanderers looking fantastic in the first half. APIA a little bit of work to do because this man's creating serious problems for them. Michael Kuda stepping out that time. There was a double change, I should say, at the break. Sean Simmons and Eddie Caspers both coming on. Franz Deli and Jack Stewart coming off as APIA look to get level early. There was also a first half substitution. Temba Motamalo suffered what seemed to be a hamstring injury. He was replaced by Seiya Kambayashi, which meant Michael Kuda slotted back into centre back. Kambayashi into left back, but we'll see another shift now with Simmons dropping into left back. Kambayashi operating where Jack Stewart was, wide right. Caspers, like for like, change with Franz Deli. Fixture clog up for APIA. Had the cup final a couple of weeks ago. Along with their league games, they also had the Australia Cup Round of 32 clash on Tuesday afternoon. 4 changes from that team. Kyle Shaw, Franz Deli, Max Cord and Rory Jordan all starting today. That didn't start on Tuesday night. Here's Jordan. Crosses in and too much on that for Sean Simmons to control. Massive implications in this game for APIA. Should they not win here, and Marconi, who I'm sure, second fleet, and watching this one, are to win tomorrow, they will increase their advantage at the top of the table to 7 points. And the premiership will well and truly be on its way to Marconi Stadium. But still, a lot of football to be played here. And 90 minutes to get through for the Marconi Stallions tomorrow against their local rivals, Sydney United. What a game that promises to be tomorrow afternoon. United winning the first clash between the two, 1-0. Early cross in, dealt with by Frenson. These two met back in April. It was APIA who took the points, a 4-1 win on that occasion. Presley Ortiz with 2 goals. Oh, and Ollie Kullatz really almost getting caught there. Jordan called down by Arate, who will get a yellow card. A silly foul from Tristan Arate, not really needed. found himself in the book. Simmons gets his head up. Early pass into the feet of Court. Still Max Court in the area now. Cuts it back for Ortiz. Still Presley Ortiz. Deflected over the bar. Great chance for APIA to get level once more. Desperate defending from the Wanderers. Zohan Lawal gets back to help out defensively for this corner. APIA would love to find an equaliser early. Start working on getting a winner. Corner comes in. Punched away. The sun in Allen's eyes now. Awkward time of the day for the keeper. Kambayashi delivers toward the back post, headed away by Franson. Fong. Back to Caspers. Hasn't Eddie Caspers had a fantastic season in 2026? One of APIA's standout players, and not just APIA's, but in the competition. So tough to pick who the best holding midfielder has been in the league, but you can't really look beyond Caspers and Dylan Rose at Sydney United. Outstanding campaign so far for both of those young men. And no doubt we'll be having A-League teams having a look. Simmons plays this one into Presley Ortiz. Ortiz trying to create the space. Smothered by Western Sydney Wanderers defenders. Caught now. Still Max Court. Ball falls to the feet of Monge. Now Caspers combining with Monge. Rory Jordan. Ball just got away from him as he went to have a strike at goal. Crosses in toward Ortiz and dealt with by Cameron. Only just. The offside flag was raised though, so it wouldn't have counted even if Ortiz had found the back of the net somehow. Last time the Wanderers had to deal with that sort of pressure from the opponent, they conceded. They'll be happy with how they dealt with that for now. There'll be another 40 minutes of that though, no doubt, in this second period. The best way to put that to bed is by scoring another goal. Caspers leaves it for Simmons. Kambayashi tried to get it out to Rory Jordan, didn't do so. Still, the Wanderers press so hard and they come away with the ball again. So connected in their press are the Western Sydney Wanderers, and stepping up so high, they've really made it extremely difficult for APIA to try it and play out of the back this afternoon. Morrison out to Radovančić. Back to Parate. Difficult second half, I mentioned, for Lachlan Allen, but also for our cameraman, the famous Ches Ferro. Has to try and contend with the sun right into his camera. And for you watching at home, I can guarantee you there's nothing more that we can do as the Wanderers look to break through. Short. Now caught. Monge. All we can hope for is a bit more cloud coverage to block the sun. We'll have a good second half. Here's Cameron Fong. Kuda. Simmons. What about the long ball toward Ortiz? Goes to Jordan instead. Cleared away by the captain, Kuda. Deputising for Guatemala with the armband as Max Court feeds the ball wide to Kambayashi. Kambayashi finds the feet of Rory Jordan, who drives into the area. Jordan looked to square the ball up inside the danger zone. That was blocked though by the Wanderers' defence. Simmons, Kambayashi, Simmons gets it back, and good defending again from the Wanderers. Fine work from Simmons and Kambayashi. Monge, back to Kuda. Kuda under pressure from Lual, but manages to get it out to Shaw and gets it back again. Presley Ortiz was making a good run inside the box. Kuda opted for the safe pass, and they're in the area now anyway through Jordan, whose shot is blocked. Wanderers starting to sit deeper and deeper. Just absorbing the pressure from the away side at the moment. Max Court stayed really wide here to the left. He's asking, screaming for the ball. Simmons telling him to stay put, not to go central. We'll wait for the ball to come out wide. Kuda. Into the feet of Caspers. Switch ball from Eddie Caspers to Kambayashi. Low cross into Monge. Cameron Fong now crosses the ball in and headed away by Radovančević. Wanderers survived. APIA will come again. Caspers. Forward pass for Fong. He's crossed, doesn't find a teammate though. Kambayashi. APIA restart again. They need to be patient. Opportunity will present itself. Great ball out wide for Simmons. Radovančević quickly across. Does enough. Thought he did enough there. Simmons back heel to Caspers. Now Max Court. Still Max Court goes down. And the referee points to the spot. Marko Radovančević unable to deal with the quick feet of Max Court. And no other option but to point to the spot. And for the third time in this game, APIA have the chance to go level. Presley Ortiz will take the ball and be the man entrusted with taking the spot kick. Once more, APIA's pressure tells, and they have a chance now to make it 3-3 and equalise incredibly for the third time in this game this afternoon. It's Ortiz v. Lachlan Allen. And Ortiz buries it in the bottom corner. Allen picked the right side. There was too much power behind that. And APIA are level again. Western Sydney Wanderers 3, APIA Leichhardt 3. Presley Ortiz gets his 13th goal of the season. And his third goal against the Wanderers this year. He scored 2 in their first clash back on the 4th of April. Will we see more goals in this one? Jordan turns into Radovančević. Kaspers can't get the ball out of his feet. In the meantime, the Wanderers have made some subs, I believe. Oscar Moore has come on in place of Kasawaya. First time pass, searching for Lual, and intelligent, experienced defending from Michael Kuda. Court was looking for the pass for Jordan. Rocco McNamara has also come on. Missed who McNamara replaced. McNamara, who hasn't missed much football this season. Joshua Cetinic is the one that was replaced. And Kaspers juggles through it. Court couldn't bring it down. Simmons does. And the ball was intended for Max Court, but he hadn't returned back into his area. The onside area, I should say. Still half an hour of football to come here at Wanderers Football Park. 6 goals inside the first hour of play. One of the games of the season so far. Still a lot more quality football to come. Cullard sends it forward. Frenson wins the first header. Anderson back helps it on its way, as does Lual. Now Johnny Pavlovic looking for Lual again, who slips over but somehow manages to get to his feet, but good defending from Kaspers coming from the other side. Simmons with a bit of time and space plays it forward for Rory Jordan, and the referee will bring play back for a foul by Rocco McNamara. Came in late on Sean Simmons. Kuda plays it early to Kaspers. Simmons hobbling here in back play. Kambayashi looking for Jordan. Closed down. Ortiz on the turn, goes down. No penalty. Kambayashi blasts it toward goal, but he's blocked. And Arate clears away. Shouts there for a penalty from APIA. And Kambayashi gets through. Oh, just wide. Saya Kambayashi almost putting the visitors in front for the first time in this game. A ferocious volley. Looked as though it may have even come off the post. APIA really putting the pressure on now. They won't settle for a draw. They want all 3 points. I think it did come off the post. I just had another look at it again. Hit it so clean, did Saya Kambayashi. McNamara sends it forward. Kuda heads it down. Monge. Wanderers have made another change in the meantime. Giorgio Hassarati has come off. Sorry, come on, I should say. Come off Johnny Pavlovic. Pavlovic had those two excellent chances in the first half, which he didn't take. APIA on the offensive again. A good attack, blocked out for a corner. Can they take advantage of the corner now? First one is blocked out, and Cameron Fong delivered it straight back in. Monge. Simmons to Kuda. Caspers back out to Simmons. It's a back again. APIA looking a lot better in this second 45 than they did in the first. Still have the likes of Conestabo, Segredo and Franco Farinella available on the substitutes bench. Spoke about Franco Parisi rotating the squad. 4 changes from Tuesday night's Australia Cup win over Peninsula Power. He's been preparing his team for this part of the season. A lot of football still to come for APIA Leichhardt. Hassarati might break through here. Hassarati lopes it over Kallartz, who got caught there in two minds whether or not to come. In the end, he came. It was too late, but Hassarati should have done better with the lob there. A good opportunity for the Wanderers there. First really of this second half as Kambayashi comes forward again. Chooses to play the ball wide for Fong, who finds Max Court. Fong wanted to play back to him again. Headed away by Shaw. Too high for Radovancevic. Monge to Court. Doesn't fall for Presley Ortiz. Kuda now. Sean Simmons thought about running at the youthful Wanderers defenders, but then thought better of it. Monge to Jordan. Caspers tried to use his body. Good defending from McNamara. Lual hasn't seen the ball at all in the second half. Awan Lual, or very little at least. Kambayashi finds Ortiz. Great block from Oscar Morrison. Had to make the challenge and did so. As Lual now gets his chance to run at the APIA defence. Squares it up for Hassarati. But a good recovery challenge from Cameron Fong. Action at both ends, both teams want the 3 points here. The Wanderers win puts them 1 point outside of the top 6. An APIA win puts them 1 point off Marconi, with the pressure on them tomorrow to deliver against Sydney United. That's how important a victory is here. Simmons finds Ortiz. Ortiz cuts on the right. Ortiz has his shot. It's blocked. Falls to Kambayashi. Simmons once more. Back to Kambayashi. Cuts it back to Ortiz. Gets the shot away now. Off the post. Max Court lifts that well over the bar. What a chance to equalise. It looked as though Ortiz's shot was heading in. It fell to Max Court. And the teenage sensation lifts his shot well over the bar. And the chance comes and goes for APIA. Luau, good challenge from Kura. McNamara back for Morrison. McNamara can't combine with Arate. Kalatz was under pressure, managed to just get out in time as Fong wins the header. Kambayashi now under pressure. Fong back to help out. Last touch was off him. It'll be a Wanderer's throw. Strong challenge from Caspers. And through the legs as well. I'll take a goal kick. APIA Leichhardt. First time clearance. Kuda has to deal with this. Does so. Simmons with a deft touch brings it down. Kuda back for Kalatz. Wide for Fong. Fong wide to Simmons. Over the top. Flag stays down, ball across goal. Monge gets away from Awan Lual. Jordan now tries to flick it, gets it back. Feeds it through to Kambayashi. Cut back for Ortiz and well defended by Franson. Simmons is the second ball on the pitch, but dealt with by Kambayashi. Didn't have to stop play there. Simmons searching for Ortiz. Beck. You can hear Chino screaming to press. They won it back. Caught, fell on the ball twice. Still Max caught. Jordan. Cross comes in, blocked by Franson. It'll be another APIA corner. The pressure mounts here at Wanderers Football Park. The search for the go-ahead goal for APIA continues. They've got just over 15 minutes to grab it. Kuda to deliver again. Corners have been dangerous so far, as is this one. Falls to Caspers. Can't bring it down in his touch, but it might fall for another teammate. The Wanderers managed to clear. Monge for sure. Look at the press. Fong plays it forward. The pacer Kambayashi now against Jesse Cameron, but good defending from the Wanderers goal scorer. Caspers out to Fong. Short. Once APIA starts to combine like this, that's where they are most dangerous. Short, sharp combinations, movement off the ball. They start to create headaches for the opposition. It's exactly what they are doing. Reminder, the round kicked off last night. Sydney FC and Manly United sharing the spoils, a 0-0 draw. This is the first game of Saturday action as Rory Jordan looks to put his side ahead. He's Presley Ortiz now. Still Ortiz looking for the space on the right. Ortiz finds the pass to Court, and Max Court finds the bottom corner. And APIA, for the first time in this game, lead by 4 goals to 3. They trailed 3 times. They improved in the second half. They huffed and they puffed. And they found the goal to go ahead. The teenager Max Court finds the finish. Excellent work from Presley Ortiz to drive in, commit the defence. And when everyone expected a shot, he slipped in the pass. Max Court did the rest. And APIA lead by 4 goals to 3 here at Wanderers Football Park. And that'll be Court's final contribution of the game as he is substituted, replaced by Mikey Conestablo. Rory Jordan will also get a rest. Jordan Segredo comes on in his place. That is the luxury that Franco Parisi has when he's able to call upon those sorts of names off the bench. You're in dreamland as a coach, in particular when the results going your way. Casper's wide for Simmons. As I said, this is the second game of the afternoon. APIA leading by 4 goals to 3. 3 games still to come today, or tonight. NSW host Northwest Sydney Spirit, Sutherland and Sydney Olympic at 5:30, and at 6:30 St George against Rockdale Illingdon. 2 games tomorrow. 3 games tomorrow, sorry. Blacktown City and St George, Marconi, Sydney United in the big one of the round, and Wollongong and the SD Raiders. APIA have come from behind 3 times. Can the Western Sydney Wanderers do it? Oscar Moore, great footwork. Couldn't find the pass. Here's Kuda. Saw the space, attacked the space. Cross into the box. Cleared away. Lual. Kuda again, steps forward, steps high, wins the ball off. R1 Lual. Kuda hasn't really let him breathe in the second half. Lual had a couple half chances, but other than that, it's been very good defending from the APIA captain. Here's Jordan Segredo. His pass can't find Conestablo. Lual. Closed down again by Michael Kuda. Reddit came across and helped out Eddie Caspers. Looks as though the Wanderers are about to make further changes. They need some inspiration themselves now. Ball looking for Luai. It's someone that can inspire. Not on that occasion. As Caspers looks to release Ortiz. Frenson lets it bounce. Ortiz takes advantage. Brought down by Allen. It'll be another penalty. And Presley Ortiz has the chance to grab his second and really put this one to bed. Allen gets a yellow card. It was the ball from Caspers that wasn't dealt with by Ricky Franson. And as he has all game, Presley Ortiz with that ball in behind, creating problems for the Wanderers' defence. Wins the penalty, dusts himself off, and prepares to score his second of the game. He went to the keeper's left the first time, even though Lachlan Allen picked the side. There was too much power behind the strike. Can Ortiz repeat the trick again? Yes, he can. He goes the same way, finds the same corner, gets his second of the game. And APIA Leichhardt, after trailing 3-2 at the break, are now 5-3 to the good. What a game of football. What a comeback from Franco Parisi's team. And that's what champions do. When things aren't going your way, when the result is against you, you keep going, you keep pushing, and things eventually turn, as they have here. The Wanderers absolutely dominated the first 45 minutes. Everything the Wanderers did to APIA in the first, APIA's returned the favour with interest. And that's the difference. When the Wanderers were in control and dominating the first half, they still conceded 2 goals. APIA's dominated the second half, but their experience has shone, and they have not been beaten as Kambayashi looks to add another. Kambayashi, a cross goal, and Segreto couldn't poke it home. Jordan Owusu, who's just come on, looked to be released there. Ollie Cullett's off his line early enough to spot the danger. Great challenge from Conestabo. And Ortiz looking for his hat-trick. It looked as though Awan Lual would be the one to get a hat-trick at the end of 90. Now it looks like it may be Ortiz. A disappointing cross from Kambayashi. I think Oscar Morrison is struggling. Sorry, Jesse Cameron struggling on the far side over there with cramp. Sean Simmons still driving his teammates to keep pushing, keep going. Despite taking the lead now. They don't expect the level to drop here. Radovančević loses out to Caspers. Segredo. Still Jordan Segredo for Ortiz. Fong back to Ortiz. Caspers. Segredo flicks it wide for Sean Simmons. Low cross comes in to Segredo. Combinations on the edge of the area. Unable to keep that in was Fabian Monge. It'll be a goal kick. But APIA are most definitely in the mood in this second period. They've come alive after a disappointing first 45. It's been anything but in the second half. Franson has to clear. Caspers picks it up. Now Monge. Can't get it out to Caspers. And Franson. Cameron clears upfield. Kuda sends it back. Radovančić picks it up. Outside of the boot pass. Sean Simmons had an uncomfortable one to deal with there, but did enough. Lots more football to come this evening. Already mentioned UNSW host Northwest Sydney Spirit at 5:15. 5:30 Sutherland Sharks and Sydney Olympic in battle. And tonight's section comes to a close at 6:30. St. George hosts Rockdale Illingdon, and that is a massive game for both teams. St. George doing all they can to survive, could be bottom of the table should they lose and Olympic wins. That all after going the opening 6 games of the season without conceding a goal. And Rockdale, well, they need points to secure finals football. A whole host of teams breathing right down their necks for 6th place, in particular after that 3-point deduction for fielding an ineligible player against Blacktown City. Kambayashi combines with Monge. Kambayashi flicks it forward for Segredo. Unable to keep it in. Wollongong Wolves, Spirit, Manly, the Wanderers, even UNSW, if they can pick up a win today, well, we'll have some sort of hopes of playing finals football and sneaking into 6th place. Makes for a very, very intriguing last 6 rounds of the season. And this win for APIA will put the pressure on Marconi tomorrow. The Stallions, before play today, had a 4-point lead at the top of the table over APIA. This win, although there are still a few minutes left, but should APIA continue on with it and take all 3 points here, they'll sit 1 point behind Marconi, who have to play their great rivals Sydney United tomorrow. Fong closed down, unable to get through there. Here's Ortiz looking for a hat-trick. Closed down by Radovančić. Connor Starboat wins it off Lual, who wanted a foul. The whistle didn't come. Simmons driving forward now. Oh, and the ball couldn't get through to Ortiz. Simmons was expecting the return pass. Eddie Caspers there again. What a difference his introduction has been. Just closing that area for Lual from the opposite side. McNamara is going to be very lucky not to go. Michael Kura letting the referee know. Not happy McNamara wasn't giving another yellow card. Eddie Casper's entry definitely turned the tide of this game. Sean Simmons will say it was him. In fairness, he had a lot to do with the uplift of play from the visiting side, but Eddie Casper's, him and Dylan Rose, from my point of view, are the two best players of the 2026 season so far. Have to be in conversation for the player of the year. As Segredo delivers this one, no one attacking at the back post. Goes out for a goal kick. We're about to find out how much time will be added on from the fourth official. And really now, just a formality for APIA to collect all 3 points in 2 minutes of additional time. A minimum of 2 minutes will be added on. And APIA very close to taking the points, and what a performance from them in this second 45. Wanderers come again. Radovančić finds Luau, still in a hat-trick, tried to combine with Marko Radovančić. Kaspers picks it up and sprays the ball toward Kambayashi. Simmons to Segredo and tried to let that one slide through the legs. Foul goes the way of the Wanderers. And that is full time at Wanderers Football Park. APIA Leichhardt come from behind 3 times to record a 5-3 victory over the Western Sydney Wanderers. The scoring was opened early on by Jesse Cameron. There was an equaliser then to Rory Jordan before Alwan Lual made it 2-1. Jack Stewart then got fortunate with a cross that was headed into the goal by Jesse Cameron, beating his own goalkeeper to make it 2-2. Only 60 seconds later, Alwan Lual made it 3-2, and at this point, the Wanderers were absolutely cruising going into half-time. Some stern words, a couple of substitutions, and the game absolutely turned in the favour of the visitors. Presley Ortiz found an equaliser from the spot. They then made it 4-3 and took the lead through Max Court. A lovely team goal after some fine work from Ortiz. And Ortiz put the icing on the cake late on with another penalty, taking his season tally to 14. Full time here at Wanderers Football Park in an 8-goal thriller, one of the games of the season. Western Sydney Wanderers 3, APIA Leichhardt 5.